Hi everyone, welcome back to another podcast episode on Mastering the Market. We're going to show you on this episode how ads can help you add another 100k to your business. Now that intro took me a lot longer than I'd like to admit, but basically Chris and I are going to go into detail on how ads can make a huge difference, right? So we're going to go into the detail. A lot of you guys hear us talk about ads and we talk about them in simple terms, but we're going to try and give you even more value, and we're going to dive deeper into like ad sets and dynamic creative and testing and hooks and things like that, just to provide even more value, because a lot of people ask us questions all the time. And, Chris and I's answer is that, we usually help our main elite clients with ads, and that's usually a big part of what we do. So we're going to just dive into it. I think the first thing that I would start with would be, to ask Chris as an example, what makes a good ad? Like in your opinion, what makes a good ad? If you're on Facebook or Instagram and something pops up, what makes a good ad for you?
Yeah, so the first thing, this sounds weird to say the first thing, but you want to stop people from scrolling. Like that's the first thing. So there's got to be something about that creative that stops somebody in their tracks. Now this changes, I don't know why it changes, because it is human behaviour, but I don't know if it's the algorithm of how Facebook and Instagram do things. But it's definitely that first, if it's a video, it's that first 3 seconds. If it's a picture, like we've done recently, the last year, it's just got to be super colourful and jump right out at you. Now that's like me chatting from a instant perspective of you're literally scrolling through your fucking Instagram or your Facebook, and then this thing pops up. Now when that thing pops up, that's when you start looking at the details. So yeah, there's a big green picture there. That's caught my eye straight away. Now what does it say? Because that's what they're going to look at next. The green thing, I'm saying green because that's ours, catches your eye. Now they're going to stop and have a read quickly, and they're going to decide within like 2 or 3 seconds whether it's dog shit, something they're interested in, or just to keep scrolling right past. So for example, so you know what I'm talking about, our most successful ad in the last year for our business just says our free mentorship is better than your paid one. And that just gets coaches super curious, because it's like, fuck, I've wasted money on mentorships before, and they've got the backup against other mentorships, and they've had the bad experiences before. So when they see this, it just spikes curiosity. So how that could look for other markets, if it's like fat loss clients or whatever, is like the ones we've done for the menopause and stuff like that. You'll probably remember more what they say. Put you in the spot here.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it depends. Like when I'm thinking of good ad copy or ad creative or something or statement, it's usually something that's going to, like what Chris says, spark curiosity, or it's a bold claim. Like that's the kind of in my head whenever I'm creating them with the guys as well. I'm always thinking, what's going to spark curiosity here, and what's going to be like a bold claim. And like our one's obviously a bold claim. It's like, we bet that this is going to be better than the thing you pay for. So again, sparks that curiosity. It makes people think that, and we try and word it so that it makes people think, look, we've removed all risk. You might have spent thousands of pounds on stuff before, but we honestly believe that the support we'll give you for free will be better than the stuff you paid for. And then that makes people want to click, so whether it's menopause or, something else as well, like it's got to be something that's bold claim, sparks curiosity, or has like a result attached to it. I think too many times we see ads or we see coaches promoting things and it's too fluffy. Like it's far too vague and not direct enough. And I think that a really simple way when we're building offers or helping people with ads is obviously the first thing you need is some sort of hook, right? And a hook's got to grab your attention, or almost, I saw this stupid one. I think I mentioned this to someone the other day, and it was some woman who was talking about clothes, right? And she was talking about clothes, but she started, rather than just saying, hey, everyone, or like, she started it with saying, hey, baby. So it started, hey, baby, I'm here to tell you about, and then I looked at the comments, everyone was like, did she just start that with saying, hey, baby? Started sparking all these comments. People was like, why is she calling it? And it just obviously blew up from there. So it wasn't even that, just a really clever hook that's just random to begin with, sparks that curiosity. So the number one thing, like Chris says, got to be visually good. If you're filming a video ad, I think it's bright clothing, movement, going for a walk, like even someone like sprinting. I see ones where people are sprinting, they're sprinting through the woods, like filming, and like, something's going to grab attention. But the hook, the first thing, the hook, if you can grab attention within that first millisecond, 1 second, with something that just is a call out. Like when we used to run our ads, or we run gym ads to other places, it's a lot of it is based on location. So we'll be like, Glasgow ladies, or like, women over 40 in the Glasgow area, or, just things like that again, just gets people interested. Like, oh, that's me, and I think that's one of the first things. I mean, we'll go into the kind of next steps, but I think hook visually, get something there that's going to grab attention. And to be fair, it doesn't need to be super fancy. Like some of our best ads, I mean, one of our best gym ads was a video of one of our clients doing a testimonial, and it didn't go up as a video for whatever reason. It screenshotted and froze as an image of her mid speaking with something written on it. And it was one of our best performing ads. Made no sense.
Yeah. It was whatever she said, I can't remember, but her first line was obviously with the captions from the video when it caught that picture of the video instead of using the video. Whatever it said was obviously intrigued. I can't remember. It was so long ago, that one.
Result driven, or this is the best thing I've ever.
But the whole point we're getting here with the hook and the colours and whatever is it is an attention game now. And more than ever now, you know this. Think about yourself, right? You're scrolling through Instagram or TikTok, if that's what your life looks like. But you're deciding within seconds whether you like this reel or not. Seconds. Like I've got a wee thing, sometimes I'll watch some Instagram reels, but my algorithm's suited to know, like everybody's, the things I like looking at. But some I'll still decide within 2 or 3 seconds, like, nah, fuck that. Shite.
Yep.
Couple of cats pop up fighting or something like that, and fucking then I'm in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm hooked. So you need to think about people's attention spans these days, what that looks like. Think how you feel when you're scrolling through stuff as well. Like how fast are you moving to the next thing? We need to capture people's eyes, and then if it's sound, we need to capture them with "Hey baby," not the "Hey baby." Don't use that one. That's somebody else's. But
as an example,
that's what caught attention. There's another girl I see. She goes, "Hey gorgeous." Now I know she's not talking to me because I'm like a 5 out of 10, but she's saying "Hey gorgeous" anyway. So, and that's what catches people's attention.
It makes you think, like, you know, it's just so random. It catches you off guard, and I think that's a big part of ads. They've got to do something differently, right? And one of my favorite ads that's fitness related that I've seen pop up before is some guy. And I've spoke about this before and given this advice to people, is like, you know, there's so much noise out there on you have to do this or you have to eat that, or if you go to the supermarket, you can't eat bread because bread's now bad for you, or if you do this, you can't do that. And he basically captures it really well in his ad. Can't remember word for word, I might butcher it, but he kind of goes and he gets his head in his hands. He says, what is going on in the fitness space right now? If I want to go for a run, I have to do a marathon. If I go to the shop, I can't buy anything because it's bad for me. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, can we not just go back to common sense and stuff like that? And everyone's like, yes, I love this, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, I don't know if he's got a lead magnet off the back of it, but, you know, I've created this free WhatsApp group specifically for people to just cancel that noise. It's one space, one voice. It'll make life much, much easier for you. We've already had 200 people in the last 24 hours. We'd love to have more people like that joining us. So if you want to stop overthinking, getting overwhelmed, getting stressed, I want to get back to losing weight sustainably, feeling good, having more energy, and being around other like-minded mums, women, guys, whatever, join our group. We'd love to see you there. And also, if you think it's shit, it's free, so you can leave anytime. So just like that as an ad is just so clever because it's you're pulling in so many different those key ingredients of like how specific it is, you know, relatability. I think is really important as well. You know, we had a client who was basically she was a mum, and she filmed this great minute-long video, and it was all around like, hey, I'm a mum. I'm going to take you through my, you know, daily routine as a mum. You know, I too enjoy a cake now and again, and I too do this, and I'm a coach. And, you know, if you're just a mum like me and you go about your daily life and you want to lose a bit of weight and get help from someone who understands it, then I'm your person. So reach out here. And, you know, that blew up as well. I think that organically got about 500,000 or 1 million views.
That one video, I'm sure, made her like 5K, man, like really fast in sales, just because it was so relatable to other mums out there. Because she's not like the typical, what you think in your mind what a PT female looks like. They've got fucking ripped abs and all this shit. Like, she does just look like a mum who is maybe a couple of steps ahead of a mum that doesn't train. Like, she does train, but she's not like ripped with
she's not like
fucking
the shredded,
muscles and
unachievable.
wearing gym shit and leggings, fucking all this shit. She just looks like somebody who's got kids, but she tries to keep in shape. And I think that's why, and she was so honest in the video as well, showing her like when she sits down, she's got the rolls and stuff like that.
Rolls,
so
I have rolls too, and
that one
relatable
video, honestly, like, I can't remember off the top of my head, it might even be more than that, but let's just say it made her so many sales so fast. The marketing already did the sales part. It was already done. There wasn't a lot of convincing needing done after that, because what was showed in that one video was so powerful that the mums watching it were like, I'm in.
Yeah. And that's,
anyway, that's not.
No, but that's again goes back to the title of this podcast of how much more money can be made with one powerful ad, and once obviously you do some testing, you understand what your demographic likes, you can obviously bunch things together in dynamic creative, different ad sets, different prices and stuff. And obviously this is a bit of a minefield if you're doing it on your own, but this is what Chris and I do every day with our guys and specialize in, and we love it. So like I say, if you are interested in getting more support in this, literally just reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to see how ads would work for you.
Yeah.
And also, we're not going to bullshit you. Like if you're shit at filming videos, if you've got no personality, you're getting a picture. Like we're going to make a Canva image. We're going to use like something that's a bit more specific. If you've got personality, good offer, you've got that kind of charisma, you could do really, really well on ads with the right tweaks.
Now that's what's kind of talked about the creative part. Now inside the ad system itself, this is where it gets interesting. Now you've got your creative done. Now you've got like your copy done, which is just like the script that made a bit longer so people who read it are interested and it's powerful. Then you can actually like send it. The ad goes to people the only type of people you want to go to. Right, so we don't need to get into what that looks like inside the platform, but just so you know, for example, you can have, if it's male, female, an age range. You can have interests in there, so people who fly frequently, because Facebook and Instagram know all that shit about you because you post it all the time. Which shops people go into, so you could put things like Waitrose in there, like Sainsbury's, so anybody who's interested in those pages, and then that range will get that ad. So you can literally almost handpick the type of people you want to be, your ad to be put in front of, because you know they'll be interested, and that's why they become interested.
Yeah.
So you can really dig in.
Yeah, and another thing as well, like you probably noticed, if you're switched on with this stuff, you've noticed a lot of the examples we've given you there aren't direct sales ads. They're not like, hey, buy my thing, special offer, buy now, discount, because again, it puts you in that category of, push, not necessarily that you're definitely someone that's going to be pushy, but I think unless you've already got a large brand, big following, like a Joe Wicks or someone like that, if you look at just a random person in the industry, they can get away with that. They've built up the following, they've built up the community, they've built the trust. It's they see his face, they see $29.99, people will buy. No one knows who the fuck you are. Like nobody knows who you are. No one knows your intentions. A lot of people, again, are a little bit fearful of paying money for stuff online, whatever it is. That's why, again, it's so much more helpful by just setting that good first impression, building trust, providing value up front for free, and then upselling people into the more, paid stuff where you can charge for accountability and, more of the guaranteed results and stuff like that as well. So like I say, hopefully that's been helpful. Like we can, I'm personally super passionate about the ad side. I'm really interested about, how the mind works with this, the psychology around ads, why people click, why they don't click, why they stay, why did that one work, why did that one not work. But like I say, it can, I'll be honest with you, running ads can be quite expensive. It's even more expensive if you don't do them properly. So if you don't want to go down the minefield of, running them yourself, spending loads of money, wasting them, not having a good lead magnet or call to action off the back of it, and you do want someone to really step in there and help you thrive, and you don't want to spend all day making content, then reach out. This is literally what we do every day of our life. Yes, we help people with sales training and everything else, but marketing's a big part of it.
People are scared to spend the money, but I did a seminar a few years ago when Josh and I still had the ladies only gym before we sold that business to do what we do now. And I remember teaching in the seminar at that point in time, in that year, we spent 13 grand on ads, but we made 130 grand that year.
It's directly on that ads,
directly from the ads themselves. I remember because I took it from the ad data and I showed it to the people who were sitting there so they could understand what ads were. And that's exactly what I showed them. So I remember those numbers specifically. I know our numbers now, but I'm not going to talk about a current business. That business is an old business. So if you look at that, if somebody said to you, look, we know what we're doing. If you spend somewhere between 10 and 12 grand, you don't need to do that much, I'm just saying, and you'll make back 120 or 130 grand this year, you're going to bite the hand off it. It's not gambling. It's like, if you gamble on a football match or a horse race, yeah, there might be a favourite, but it's not guaranteed he's going to win. When it comes down to ads, there's certain strategies that you can use that you, over this, I always say to people, give it 90 days to run, tweak in there. I've never seen anybody losing after 90 days running ads, not one person. When they've tried and tweaked and changed things to suit, it always pays off. The return on investment's always there. And personally for us, that's 97% of our sales come from ads. Now, like we said, not directly, but ads to WhatsApp group.
Yep.
But they're all paid leads. They're from the ad system. 97% of your business runs from ads.
Yeah. And it's, again, we'll finish with this. We are in an attention game. Everyone listening to this that runs some sort of a business, like, you're in a game of, you get the most attention, you probably win. So again, if you're not getting seen, heard, your content's not getting seen, heard, people don't know who you are, you're not getting interest, you're not getting leads, unless you're going to do something dramatically different, you need ads. You need something there that's actually going to be able to reach those people that you need. And it's like, if you look at McDonald's, for example, versus, there's plenty other better burgers than McDonald's burgers, but why do people get Big Macs and all these things? Convenience, trusted, it's nearby. There's always a big fucking M somewhere off the motorway. So it's like, if you ran like a burger joint or somewhere there and you really believe in your product, you think people need to see this. If you ran ads to that and did special offers, you will get customers. If you run a gym and you really believe in what you're creating there and people are saying how life-changing it is, we need to run some fucking 10-mile ads to those women between 20 and 35. So like I say, don't sit on this for too long. We don't do loads of call to actions direct to this stuff, but I think...
It's just something interesting before you finish.
Yeah.
Because I want to know who listens to this to the end. The first 5 people that messages, and I just made this up literally as you were talking, messages, ads, and we'll give you your first ad free.
Nice.
Everything.
There you go.
Everything you need.
Yeah. So there's a perfect incentive, guys. So if you, like I say, want to act on this fast, you know where to find us. You can message us. You can message me, Chris, privately, anyone in the team, the group. Reach out, send us the word ads, and we'll definitely do that for you. And you will see success, but you got to be willing to spend a little bit of money on it. We're not going to spend get you spending loads and loads, but I guarantee you'll get a return. So hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for listening. As always, follow this podcast. Give us a 5-star if you think it's good. Give us 1 star if you think it's shit. And we'll see you soon.
See you in the next one.